In this video, I'll be showing how to replace a neutral safety switch on a Nissan Sentra. It is located in the engine bay on top of the transmission. Let's get started. Before we start this job, we're going to want to make sure our e-brake is engaged. So simply pull up. I'm going to use a 10mm to loosen the negative battery terminal. I'm going to wiggle it and set it aside. I'm also going to be using a 10mm to remove the positive battery terminal. Make sure it's fully on. And set it aside. Now we're going to move along to our battery tie down. As you can see, there's two 10mm nuts here connected to J-hooks. We can loosen these a bit, slide the J-hooks out, and then remove the tie down. Quick inspection and set it aside. Now we're going to lift the battery up. Now that our battery is out of the way, we could go ahead and remove our battery tray. Simply just pull up on one side and set it aside. Now we could go ahead to the harness clip. I'll be using a trim tool to remove this. I'm just going to slide under and pry it up. Set it aside, and now we're going to handle the connector. I'll be using a flat blade screwdriver and pulling at the same time. So I'll push down on the clip and pull out. Inspect for any corrosion or damage and set it aside. For more room and better access, I'll be removing the airbox tube. Simply pull on the rubber grommet here and the clip and slide it out. Set it aside. Now we can move along to the shifter cable and the 13mm nut holding it. Simply remove it. And set it aside. Now we could remove our shifter cable from the assembly. Just push down and slide it out. Now that that's out of the way, we could proceed to the shift lever. It's held in by a 14mm nut. Remember, our e-brake is up, so it does not matter what position this is in. Just break it loose. Remove the nut and our washer. Now we're going to go to the plate assembly and wiggle it and pull up. And there it is. Set it aside. Now we can move on to our two 10mm mounting bolts. I'll be using a long socket and a ratchet for this. There's one, came from that lower mounting hole right there. And there it is, set these aside. Now to make removal easier, I will be spraying some penetrating fluid. This is so I have proper lubrication when I remove the sensor. I'm going to grab it with both hands now and pull up carefully. Now I'm slowly working it back and forth and pulling at the same time. Do not use excessive force as you could break it. And it just came free. There it is. Now set it aside. And now to install our sensor. I'm going to slide it over the cable and over the transmission gear select lever. Now I'm going to push down and side to side until it bottoms out on the transmission. As you can see, now it's bottomed out. Now we're going to install our two 10mm bolts. Now I'm going to install my shifter plate. I'm going to position the shaft side on the far right. So go ahead, locate the tab and slide it in. Next, grab your washer and your 14mm nut. Place the washer down and thread the nut on. Now we're going to also snug this one down. It's going to move, and that's okay because the e-brake is engaged. Now onto the cable itself. Make sure it lines up. Push it all the way up. And install your 13mm nuts. Now to reinstall the air box, I'm going to slide it over the resonator box, make sure it aligns, and over the rubber grommet, and then finally the plastic clip. Make sure it's aligned on both ends, and make sure it's secure. Now for our harness and connector. Simply slide the harness over and clip it in place. Make sure you hear the audible click, and push the harness clip down. And now for our battery tray. This arrow will be pointing towards the front of the vehicle. So just slide it in on one side, get the terminal out of the way. Make sure it's flush and secure. To clean the positive terminal, I'm going to go along the inside. As you can see, I got rid of as much corrosion I could, ensuring a proper connection. Let's do the same for the negative battery terminal. Again, going along the inside. Now I'm going to reinstall our battery. Remember, on the battery, you do have a positive and negative post. You're going to be aware of that orientation when you reinstall the battery. Make sure it's sitting flush and you have the proper orientation for the negative and positive. Now we're going to move along to our hold down. Remember the orientation from when we removed it. Short in the front, tall in the rear. Remember to secure the J-hooks in the holes I mentioned. Make sure those J-hooks are properly in place. I'm going to start off with my first nut and move along to my second one. I do want to ensure these are snug. Make sure the battery is firm. Now I'm going to clean my battery posts, ensuring I do have a good connection. I will be using a wire brush. I'm going to install my positive battery terminal first. Ensure it's fully seated. Snug it down with a 10mm. Make sure it's secure. Now reinstall your positive battery terminal protector. Now I'm going to reinstall my terminal on the post. I'm going to slide over the terminal and tighten it down with a 10mm. You want to make sure it goes all the way down. And I'm just going to snug it up. Now that our neutral position switch is installed, we can disengage the e-brake, pull up and push down. Make sure the vehicle's in park.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.